Hi, my name is Emily Fox, and I'm going to show you a series of exercises that can be extremely effective in relieving lower back pain. Now, when I say lower back, I don't mean at the inner curve of the lower back. Here, I'm talking about below. There's a bone called the sacrum, and at the outer edge of that, it joins the ilium, part of the hip, and there's a joint called the sacroiliac joint, and it's a real painful spot for a lot of people. And the reason I'm showing this to you is that I was in a lot of pain and went to a class where the teacher happened to string these exercises together just coincidentally, and it relieved the majority of my pain, and I've helped many people with this over the years. So the first thing we're going to do, we're addressing a muscle here called the piriformis. And the piriformis is a small muscle that most people don't know about. It's hard to identify on the body, but when it is tight, it can wreak havoc in how your back is feeling. So the first thing we're going to do is fatigue the muscle so that when we go to stretch it, it will stretch more effectively. So you're going to do this on a floor. It needs to be a firm surface. I could have a yoga mat here, but I don't. I wouldn't do this on a bed. If you have trouble getting down on the floor, if you have access to stairs that lead up to a floor, go from a step below a floor level and slide out onto the floor from there. That can be really helpful. All right, so what you're going to do is lie down on your side. And I'm going to angle this way so you can see a little better. Right here, I'm in a straight line from my head to my feet. You don't want this for the exercise. You need to be in what is called the banana position. So I'm going to keep my legs together, but slide my feet forward. And now there's an angle to my body. I'm going to stabilize by putting my upper arm palm in front of my torso on the floor. And then I'm going to lift my upper leg and keep the foot flexed. I'm going to swing this leg forward as far as it goes naturally. I could swing it more, but I don't want to. I just want to come to the easy end of my range of motion. And I'm going to swing forward twice, beat, beat. Then I'm going to point my foot and swing my leg out behind me. And again, I'm not seeing how far I can go. I'm just swinging to the end of my natural range of motion here, and I'm going beat, beat. I'm keeping this leg parallel to the ground. I don't want to let it fall. So flex and forward, forward, point and back, back. Now, a crucial part here is stabilizing through your core. If you don't engage your core, your torso will rock back and forth. As you come forward, your torso will rock back. As your leg goes back, your torso will rock forward, and it's pointless to do the exercise. We're trying to isolate these muscles here. So I go forward, forward, back, back, forward, forward, back, back. I'm going to keep going with this until I feel the Jane Fonda experience here, a warm burning sensation, which means the muscles are really working. That means it's time to go on to exercise 2. I'm going to bring my legs together and draw my knees up and my feet back, so I'm in a zigzag here. And what I'm going to do is lift my upper leg up. I'm going to rotate my thigh and bring my knees together. I'm going to lift my leg up and rotate my thigh the other direction and bring my toe to my heel or my ankle. Lift, knee to knee, lift, toe to ankle. And I need to do the exact same thing here of stabilizing, because if I don't, if I just let myself go, I'm going to rock and roll around. And that's going to be doing work, and that will spare this area. And we don't want to spare it at all. Stabilize with my hand, 1, 1, 1, 1, with the rest of the body still. And then again, you'll come to a point of feeling a warming trend in these muscles. You don't want to kill yourself here, but you do need to work enough that this gets really tired out. So once we've done those two things, now we are going to stretch. And I'm going to swing around this way, staying on my back. And we're going to do a stretch that many people are familiar with as the number 4, because your legs are going to make the shape of the number 4. The leg that was just working, which you may still be feeling a pleasant burning in, You're gonna lift it up. The other leg, the foot's on the ground, the knee is up. I'm gonna put my ankle across my foot and let this knee fall open. Now, if you're super, super, super tight, this might be enough for you. You don't want to force anything, but you want to find a muscle that needs to stretch. Most people need more than this. I'm gonna lift the leg where the foot's on the floor, and I'm gonna grasp my hands behind my thigh here. And in doing that, it allows this leg to completely relax because I'm stabilizing. Actually, both my legs can relax because I'm stabilizing through my hands and my arms. I'm gonna take a nice deep breath. And as I exhale, I'm gently going to draw my thigh a little closer to my torso. Right about now, I'm starting to have a very nice stretch in this funny little muscle in here, the piriformis. So, you want to spend some time here and breathe. Muscles don't stretch. It's not like faxing something or texting something. Tissue takes time to release. Breathing is the best thing you can do to help it, and just relaxing everywhere you can. You may find that you can bring the thigh in a little further. The next thing you want to do is not just do this as a static stretch, but use your hands on this thigh to slowly windshield wiper the thigh over to one side, and then back through the center and over to the other side. Now I'm feeling a variety of fibers of tissue being stretched. It's not just one band. And on my body right now, I'm feeling this much more intensely as I draw my thigh that I'm holding as the windshield wiper goes out to my left. So keeping breathing, doing that slowly 3 or 4 times. I'm just going to do it once for time's sake. Then let this foot go down, unwind your feet. And it's important how you get up off the floor. Many of us just hike ourselves up that way. It's really unkind to your body. So what I want to suggest is that you roll over onto the side you've been working on. Use your higher hand on the floor and push up. Let your upper leg extend as a counterweight and push up through your waist. Let your hip come down and then unroll up your spine. It's a much more generous way to treat your body coming up from being in a lying down position. Now, if you were in pain before this, you kind of know what it felt like. At this point, I would recommend that you get up and do some slow walking around and notice what kind of changes might have happened in your body. You may feel a dramatic shift, you might feel a mild shift. If you have discomfort on both sides, you can do it on the other side as well. If you have a tendency towards discomfort in this area, I think it's a great thing to do on a daily basis as a prophylactic treatment to perhaps prevent some of the pain kicking in. So that is a 3-step piriformis releasing activity, and I hope you find it of benefit. Thanks.